up, y'all? It's Maria and welcome back to my channel. So excuse the fact that I don't have makeup, it's just I'm really tired and I'm actually going out soon to get my hair done. So this is gonna be actually the last video in a while that you guys see with my natural hair. Man, can I just fix you guys for a second? I feel like you guys are way too close. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing today. I just kind of wanted to film prior to doing that because it's going to be a while and I don't know exactly how many videos I'm going to be filming with that new hairstyle, so I don't want to shock anybody or whatever. But I just kind of came on here today because I want to talk about a little something that I think is important to address, especially in today's society of everybody, you know, being insulted by things here and there or being told to humble themselves because you're just not that big of a shit. So yeah, I just came on here and the topic of today will be addressing confidence versus cockiness, but in a little bit of a twist. I will be kind of like addressing the fact that just because one is confident does not mean that you have no insecurities. So yeah, if you're looking forward to this topic, make sure to like this video and keep on watching. And of course, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe to the to my channel by hitting the subscribe button below, turning from red to white, and be updated as to every time I upload a video. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the video. So I kind of had this thought the other day about, you know, people always saying how they're confident and stuff like that, yet people always assume that us confident people cannot have insecurities. And I just feel like that's like a big misconception because like you're human, right? You're full of flaws, or full of flaws. You have flaws, you have defects, whatever those may be, whether they're facial, they're bodily, they're emotional, they're, you know, whatever they are. We walk around with insecurities every single day, and it would be faulty to assume that somebody who's confident doesn't have any insecurities. The way that they express them may be different, but that doesn't mean that insecurities aren't there or that they're not there every once in a while. And to kind of keep this video short, because I have had the tendency in the past of talking about these topics for a very long time, even though I do think that they're important, there's no need for me to spend like 15 minutes on a topic every single time. The analogy that I once thought of myself, for myself I should say, it's kind of like thinking of your body as your company and your head is the CEO for the company. And I use this analogy because in a way, your company, aka your body, you know, if you're the owner of a company, of a restaurant, whatever it is, whatever's easier for you to think about, this doesn't go through a smooth process. The company will go through problematic stages, whether that's financial insecurity, whether that's laying people off, whether that's more expenses than revenue, you know what I mean? But your CEO up here, you kind of have to train yourself to be better at dealing with those problems, better at dealing with the circumstances that your company gives you. And in a way, that's just kind of like part of the growth process. And unless you're mentally healthy up here, aka the CEO, if you're not all up there, and if you're not a confident person who can deal with the problem and move forward and grow from it, the company will fail. And by company, I hope the analogy is clear, your body will fail in terms of like, you will manifest an inconfident or unconfident, disconfident, whatever the opposite of confident is, figure and image towards yourself. You know, the CEO has to make the changes necessary for the company to succeed at the end of the day, whether that's going back to your body being the company, whether that's training harder to become the best version physically of yourself that you can be, or just in general, if you can't change because you're stuck in a plateau or whatever it is, changing the mentality that you have up here to become a better version of yourself mentally for yourself. Because let me just say something, one time I saw a video that Vargas posted, and this was a while ago, and that's when I first discovered Vargas. I'll link her videos and her channel somewhere up here. She said in her video, fat people aren't healthy, and not necessarily physically unhealthy, but it's mentally healthy as well that we sometimes lack. You know, living through a society which has standardized beauty as something that has to be in certain proportions, being slim. If you're thick, it has to be in certain areas. You can't just be a ball, you have to be a pear, which unfortunately some of us can never change because genetics sometimes are not in our favor, like whatsoever. But she once said fat people are not healthy. If you're taught that your body and the way that you look at yourself is wrong, even though you're a healthy person physically, otherwise you just carry a little bit of extra fat on your body, how are we supposed to carry this image of, you know, positivity and all those things around us? We can't, because society continues to push us down whenever we try to get a little breather of what beauty is. Just like that, I feel like even if you cannot change your body physically, I feel like it's important to understand that if you change your mindset towards yourself and towards your body, I feel like you can like very easily live a happy life. I have always been the kind of person who has been fat, but after me, I think turning 19 or 20, something like that, it was close to my starting of university, I developed this mentality where, shit, I'm fat. Okay, like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? If I'm chubby, if I'm thick, if I'm whatever you want to call me, okay, what's me stressing about it gonna do, at least in this very moment? What's me being sad about it gonna do besides just take away my happiness? What's me stressing about the fact that other people are looking at me like this or in a certain way or whatever? What's that gonna do for me besides just stress me out and take away my peace? People will always have their opinions, but that doesn't mean that I have to feed those opinions to manifest inside of me and turn into something that I manifest towards the world, which is an inconfident figure. I'm a very chubby person. I've always been, ever since I was 3 years old. I think I've mentioned this before on my channel. I don't recall ever not being fat. So to be honest, I've had this image for a while, but only after 19 or so years I was able to be like, you know what? Yep, I'm fat, you're right. Ike, so what? Like, what am I gonna do with that? Oh, nothing. And what are you gonna do with the fact that you're calling me fat? Oh, nothing. Oh, okay. So go on, move about your day. I know it's kind of like, it takes a while for people to get there, and I obviously took a while to get there, 19 or 20 years, but at the very most, let's just say that I took 18. Just in case, which is the least that it could have possibly taken me. It takes a while, and it is a process, and I'm not expecting anybody to just switch overnight after watching this video about, being like inconfident or whatever, and then suddenly being confident just because of the words that I say. But definitely because of this platform, I, just like Sarah Ray Vargas, influenced me to think of myself as a beautiful person regardless of my size, in spite of my size, because of my size. Because I am a beautiful person because I'm fat, or because I have blue eyes, or because I have chubby cheeks, or because I'm skinny if I ever get to be skinny, you know what I mean? I'm confident and I'm beautiful no matter where I go, no matter what I carry on me. And going back to the initial statement of, assuming that confident people don't have insecurities, that's very incorrect. I still walk around sometimes on very shitty days and I'm just like, damn, I wish these rolls would just go away, or like, oh, I wish these flaps weren't so evident today, or whatever it is, just because of the outfit that I'm wearing, or just because sometimes you just wake up in a shitty mood. And some things that you see, those days sometimes when like everything's going wrong in a classroom or something, you're writing down your notes and your pen drops and you just feel like bursting into tears. Those days, it's like, it's the same thing for when you see your flaws, whether it's your flaps, whether it's your freckles, whether it's your crooked teeth, whatever it is that you're inconfident about. Certain days and certain things piss you off more than usual, but to be honest, those things go away, at least for me. And I can only speak for myself, obviously, and I've expressed this before. I know that sometimes it's just a matter of, waiting a couple hours for my confidence to come back in case, like, I'm having like a shitty day. Sometimes it's just the fact that I haven't eaten. Sometimes it's just the fact that I'm, haven't had enough sleep. Sometimes it's just the fact that I just woke up in a shitty mood. And, the next day I wake up again and I feel polar opposite. I feel like, I'm beautiful, I'm radiating energy, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with having flaws, or having insecurities, I should say, even if you're a confident person. It's impossible to walk around feeling flawless all the time, because even the people who I follow on social media and stuff like that, I know that they have insecurities. Whether they express them, obviously you don't express the negative side of your life in social media, but I know people go through insecurities once in a while. I will say that negative comments never get to me on my social media, on my YouTube, and personal life, you know what I mean? I can't do anything with your negative comment besides just read it and like waste my time with it. So I'm not gonna pay attention to it. I'm just gonna take that as feedback if it's an actual good piece of feedback, and just grow from it. I really can't do anything just besides that. And yes, guys, I do walk around with insecurities every single day, but whether I choose to express them or even pay attention to them, that's a different story. I'm the kind of person that walks around, I just weighed myself this morning and I was 194 pounds, and for once I haven't been this light in a while, but I walk around with a body full of fat on my arms, on my belly, on my legs, and I have insecurities, and some days it really does get to me, but like sometimes it's just like, overall, I'm a beautiful person, and yes, I have these flaws, and that's part of what makes me imperfectly perfect, or perfectly imperfect. Whatever way you want to use it, it's not conceited, the fact that you are confident and that you exude that confidence to other people, and you try to get other people to love themselves. despite their flaws. All flaws are beautiful, all flaws are great, and to be honest, it adds to your uniqueness. Because to be honest, you look at one girl who has stretch marks and you look at another girl who has stretch marks too, they're both different, and because of their different lifestyles, I feel like it's a beautiful thing that people can walk around with these things, and it's like, you both are so beautiful but in your own unique way, you know what I mean? And despite your flaws, you're a great person. Overall, everything that matters is up here, and if you're a good person to other people, as long as you don't hurt yourself, the environment, or other people, I feel like that's just the greatest goal that you can get, being a great person overall. So yeah guys, that's it for the video. I hope that this made sense to some of y'all. I know it's a little bit on the shorter side, but I hope it wasn't rushed or anything. I do have to leave soon. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give me a big thumbs up like I said, and if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. The button's just down there, like I said before. Click it and also ding the notification bell so you're updated as to every time I upload a video, and that way you don't miss any single upload from me. Also guys, if you haven't done so already and you would like to see some more content from me, make sure to check out my other videos, and also leave me some comments down below. I'm up for ideas, I'm up for challenges, whatever it is that you want me to talk about. And yeah, if you guys are liking this Big Fat Confidence series as well, make sure to subscribe, because I do this more than any other video on my channel, because it is something that's very close and dear to my heart, obviously being a fat girl since I was 3 years old. So yeah guys, that's it for the video this week, and I hope that you guys really liked it. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time guys, keep up the awesome, never change, and I'll see you guys next time. Dios me lo bendiga, and Maritoria out.